Okay, so to solve this problem, we're given that the sample size is 21, and we're given that t is between negative 1.725 and k, and the probability that t is between those two numbers is 0.85, and we have to figure out what k is. Okay, so we know this is a t distribution type problem, so go ahead and pull out your t table. Okay, you're going to need that. First, let's go ahead and draw this out. So we know what the t distribution looks like. It's kind of like a normal distribution, except it has thicker tails, but that doesn't really matter. It's just a rough drawing, okay? In the center, you have 0, just like in the normal distribution, or in the standard normal. All t distributions are centered on 0. Okay, and then we have over here, negative 1.725. I can assume k is positive just because the area between these two is 0.85. Okay, so k has got to be somewhere over here. If it was somewhere right here, then that'd be less than half of the distribution, right? Remember, half of the distribution is less than 0, half of it's more than 0. Okay, so k is somewhere over on the positive side. This area is 0.85. This is what I know, right? Basically, I've just drawn out what I have here, okay? So this is the question, what is k? What is k? All right. Let me start by figuring out what is the area back here, okay? What is this area? Once I know what this area is, I might be able to try to figure out, well, what's this area and figure out what that k is, okay? So let me start by figuring out what's that red area I have there. Let me go ahead and erase that. All right, so let me go to my table. V, this little guy, nu, actually, it's the degrees of freedom. Remember, degrees of freedom is always the sample size minus 1. So in this case, the degrees of freedom, or nu, is n minus 1, so this would be 20, okay? So when I go to my table, I want to look up 20, right here, okay? So all these values, actually, I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of those values and paste them here. Okay, so now let's see what we have here. We're given right here, there we see, so we're looking at this row with 20, okay? And if we go up, we'll see this alpha, which is the shaded area in this little table, right? It's the area to the right. So let me go ahead and draw what I see here. So here on center, this should be symmetric, right? Here in the center, I have 0. And then for this t value, okay, so remember inside, these are t values, right? T distribution table is a little strange where instead of giving probabilities on the inside, it gives t values on the inside. The probabilities are what you see here is this alpha, right? So this little chart here, this is very helpful. You see the little alpha there. That's what is here, alpha, okay? So when I have, oh, look, that's the same number, 1.725, all right? So this alpha that corresponds to that is 0.05. Okay, so this area, since it's a symmetric distribution, the t distribution is symmetric, that means that this area here is also 0.05. All right, great. So what I know now is that the area behind this k, this guy, is 0.9, right? I got 0.05 here in this red and 0.85, so I got 0.9. So what I know is here's this k, and I got 0.9 behind it, right? Because I got 0.85 plus 0.05. So I'm trying to figure out what this k is. Now remember, this table is only going to give me areas, this alpha, it's areas to the right. So I need to know what's this little area here. Well, I can use the complement. The entire area has to be 1. So this is 0.1. Okay. So 0.1 is here. The corresponding t-value for that is this one here. Remember, nu is 20. So k then equals 1.325. Okay, so that's my solution. So t between negative 1.25 and positive 1.325, the area between there is 0.85. And that is my solution for k for this problem.